Hi guys, so this is day one of the transition from Exoterra glass vivarium to a wooden vivarium. This is the Viv Exotic Viva Plus. This is the small Viva Plus, which measures approximately 90 high by 57 by 47 deep, I think it is, and which this is going to house my Madagascan day gecko. He's going to, so it's a slightly larger upgrade for him. He's going to go from this smaller one here up to that. So anyway, just to start off, cover a few issues. People will say, because obviously it's a bioactive viv, people are going to go, how do you manage to keep bioactive in a wooden vivarium? How do you manage to stop it going, the wood from blowing around the edges? How do you stop it from rotting, etc.? And you can make it as hard as you want it to be, but how I'm going to do it is pretty simple. So when I've built this viv, when you obviously, with it being sort of flat packed, when you put, before I lower each panel onto another piece, where you've got bare Conti board, I have just put a good run of silicone along it. So when you put it on and push it down and tighten it up, it will come out the sides and it will come out on the other side. But then obviously you wipe it off on the side you don't want to see, and then on the underside you just smooth it off. And I've done that on all the bare edges. That's the first precaution. And then secondly, once I've done that and the viv is built, I then go round and put in another bead. So it's had time to dry the initial bit that was coming out, that was seeping out, and I smoothed it off, and then I put another one in, another bead across. And people are going to go, oh, you're using white on a walnut viv? Yeah, this is a marine aquarium silicone, so I couldn't get the translucent for some reason, just the white. Can't get it in black, but it doesn't really matter anyway, because most of it's going to be covered at the bottom. You're not going to see the roof and the sides. This is going to be a planted viv anyway, so I will plant viv, and plants will go in the corners, grow up them. You're not really going to see it, so it doesn't make much difference. But anyway, back to making it sort of watertight. Some people use pond liner and they just put like a bag of pond liner in around the edge and stuff like that, and that's good. There's no reason why you can't. What I want to do a bit different though, because if you spray in, you get moisture on the side and it drips down and goes inside behind that pond liner. It's going to sit on here. Should be okay for a while, because at the end of the day, this is it's like a plastic coat. That's what Conti board is. It's just a plastic coat with chipboard over chipboard. However, I'm going to make it a bit more waterproof. Now, for that, I'm going to use Corotherm. Corotherm is just like a corrugated plastic. So it's a bit like a cardboard box, but in plastic form. And this is 120 centimeters by 120 centimeters. It's cost me about 12 quid from B&Q, and it's just easy to cut. You just get a stone knife straight down. So all I'm going to do is measure this square bottom, cut it out of the Corotherm, and then place it in completely flat down. I'll put some adhesive on the inside so it's out the way, it won't come into contact with any of the reptiles going in here, and then just lie it down nice and flat. You've got to make sure obviously you put all the pieces inside first, because obviously I've got to put the front plinths on. Also, any holes you get, any break in this outside plastic, make sure you are putting some silicone around it before you screw into it. That when that dries, then that will help any moisture to stop getting into that. Moisture will find a way. And it's the same with these vents. I'm going to cover these. I'm going to put some silicone around these and make sure they're safe. Doesn't really matter on this bottom one, because what I'm going to do is, after I put the bottom piece in, I'm then going to cut some panels, and they're going to come up about 12-18 inches high. And they are just going to go around like a skirting board, the side. And that's going to be attached again by double-sided tape on the inside, so it will hold. And then I've got another sort of basin inside. And then however high the plinth is at the front, I will do one to match on the other side, so it's nice and flush with that. And then when I put my drainage balls in and my soil, I can put it in and I can work it up towards the back. Not going to go obviously too high. What you've got to think of is, then once I put these plastic in, obviously where it touches the side flush, I'm still going to put another layer of silicone over that. So if any moisture drips down, I'll go over the silicone and down the front inside of the plastic into the soil. It's not going to go down behind. And then obviously where all the joins are, I'm going to do another bead of silicone around it. So it's like double silicone in it. So it's not too worried about that vent. I've took the vent out, not going to use it, because obviously I'm going to put a flat panel against that. I've just got the 2 vents at the top. Also what I'm going to do is these here, obviously with this flat packs furniture stuff, this is what's designed to hold them in place. You put the screw in, turn the screw and it holds the dowel in. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to put some silicone over that and cover it. And the same on all of them. Wherever the wood, wherever the lining of Conti board is broken, is where you need to be putting some silicone, because that's where moisture will get in and that's when it starts to blow, and you'll notice the bubbling come from under the front. So that's how I've done so far. I've got to put the front panels in, the top and bottom plinths. They're metal when they come. The Viv Exotics Viva Plus ones are like a metal. So I'm going to get them in. I'm going to silicone that in, bead around the edge, and then I'm going to start to cut the coil firm and put that in. So I'll be back in the next part to show you how far I've got with that.